Well, I am thrilled to welcome our next guest, who was kind enough even to bring their own props from Fuse Energy. Beautiful cup. Steve Janes, thanks so much. Steve is founding partner of Fuse Energy, and we're thrilled to get some local perspective on how companies like yours are really helping businesses to grapple with the challenges of energy and sustainability efforts. So obviously a newer member to the chamber most recently, but you and your partner Tom have become very actively involved. So just take us through a little bit about Fuse's mission and what you've been up to.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us here this morning, Rob. And
Pleasure.
Glad to see the famous Fuse
Front
Energy
and
red
center
tumbler.
There. Look at that.
It's gotten a lot of mileage this summer all over the world. It seems like.
Great.
Good to be here. As you mentioned, we're very new members to the chamber, but my partner Tom has really been instrumental in getting us into the fold here, and we have a fairly large client base in the area. So
Excellent.
So glad to be here and glad to be members of the chamber. At Fuse Energy, we are Massachusetts based, obviously, and we work nationwide, but the core of our business is in central New England. We're commercial energy advisors, and a big part of that is procurement of energy like electricity and natural gas for our commercial customers. We work with small businesses, larger C&I, municipalities, school districts, houses of worship, nonprofits, you name it, everybody under the sun. But it's securing low rates for our clients, and a big part of that is focused on sustainability and renewable energy. Okay. We work with the state, we work with the local utilities, National Grid, Eversource, Unitil in the state of Massachusetts, to involve our clients in these energy efficiency and energy savings programs.
So for our members, watching businesses of all different sizes, just take us through exactly what would happen if Fuse would come in to consult.
So I'll give you a good local example. As I was driving this morning, I passed a long-standing client of ours, Main Street Bank, right down the street. So Main Street Bank is an energy procurement client of ours. So we broker their electricity and natural gas supply. So instead of they're with the local utilities, of course, for both commodities, electricity and natural gas, but we can go to our third-party direct suppliers of either commodity. In Main Street Bank's case, they use us for both electricity and natural gas supply, and we can source long-term, low fixed rates of those two commodities, so you're not beholden to this crazy energy market that we're in today, for example. I mean, most people know that you just go to the pump. I mean, you know where we are with energy these days, and the geopolitical mess that's going on in Russia and Ukraine, the pandemic, the deep freeze in Texas last year. I mean, numerous events that have gotten us to where we are today, and inflation creeping up on us as well. But no, back to the local example, Main Street Bank. They work with us as far as their electricity and natural gas supply is concerned, and we get them into, like I said, low fixed long-term rates, so they're not paying 50 cents per therm 1 month and then $1 per therm the next. It's an insurance policy to make sure that they're not getting, I don't want to say gouged, because it's not the local utilities' fault at all, but they could be susceptible to vast and very kind of violent energy swings. Sustainability-wise and renewable energy-wise, we have them enrolled in the state community solar program. Whereby they subscribe to shares of a local solar farm and receive credits on their monthly electric bill just by subscribing to the program. These are large-scale, utility-scale solar farms that our solar developer partners have built throughout the state and all three of our public utility territories. And wonderful program that the Department of Energy Resources and Public Utilities Commission have developed. The current program is called Smart Solar Massachusetts Renewable Target. We have again, wildly successful program. Residents of the state, business owners, again, municipalities, school districts, all can enroll in this program. No heavy lifting, no subscription fees, just enroll in the program and receive credits on your monthly electric bill. Also helping to develop clean energy for the state at no cost to you. So it's really a win-win for the off-taker or subscriber to the community solar program.
Gotcha. So it sounds like there's a lot of savings potentially in having you come in and do assessments. So what prevents more companies from wanting to explore and take advantage of that? What do you think the common misperception is about taking a look at the impact that you can have on energy and sustainability?
I don't think there's kind of any negative connotation as far as I know when it comes to that. I think if you're a large enough corporation, you see sustainability directors, renewable energy directors. We recently had a conversation with a large scale nationwide client a couple of days ago, and they have their own sustainability and renewable energy directors in place. Most of us aren't at that level where we can't afford the luxury of having someone in that role full time, but then you'd come to somebody like us, somebody like Fuse Energy, where at no cost to them, we're brokers, we're advisors. We don't charge our customers for the consulting that we do. We just make them aware of the programs that are available, energy efficiency programs, the energy savings programs, and typically, again, it's no cost to the customer. I think now more than ever, going back to the point of your question, customers, our commercial clients are even more aware that this is something that they need to do today. The volatility in the market is just too extreme. You don't have to be an energy expert to know that the market has been turned upside down. Again, go to the pump, pay your electric bill, pay your natural gas bill, propane. It's a volatile market, and you need to be aware of what's going on. You need that insurance policy, again, so you're not paying one rate one month and then 100% more the next month. And I'm not exaggerating when I say 100% more. It's that.
It's almost like locking in on a future oil contract and not being susceptible to wild swings.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's the analogy that we use. It's 2 years ago, if I had said, Rob, I can lock you in at the pump at $2.50 a gallon for the next 3 years, would you have done it? Some people would say yes, some people would say no, but it's that insurance policy. Today, in hindsight, of course, you would have said yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't play the stock market either.
That's exactly right.
So, Steve, you have an opportunity here with our membership tuning in. What counsel and advice would you give to members when it comes to taking advantage, or what would you recommend in terms of how they should go about taking a look at these types of programs you're talking about?
Well, like I said, I mean, most of us are not at the level where we can have, full-time advisors, counsel positions in the sustainability and renewable energy and just energy world. I would say talk to an experienced energy advisor, a consultant who can make you aware of these programs. A lot of it is awareness or lack thereof. That again, most business owners are aware that you can lock in rates, that you can go to a third-party direct supplier of electricity and natural gas. Some take advantage, some don't. Have that conversation with an energy advisor. Talk to them about what's available in the market. The state of Massachusetts is one of the leading states of solar energy in the country, and most residents don't know that. Maybe you could say they don't do a very good job of marketing that, but the fact of the matter is we're ahead of Texas, we're ahead of Arizona, we're ahead of California, all those states that you would think would be the obvious choices for renewable energy and solar development. We are at the forefront, and the programs have been developed for for customers, for off-takers to take advantage. The National Grids, the Eversources, the Unitils of the world, they want you to participate in this program.
Right.
They are active players. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's interesting you brought that up.
Yeah.
I saw that on the site. So being number one, that means there's a ton of funding available, correct?
Correct. Yep. Correct.
Good.
There is. Yeah. We focus at Fuse Energy on the larger scale community solar programs,
Gotcha.
again, whereby you subscribe to shares of a local solar farm, utility scale, 5, 10 megawatt farm. Of course, there's funding available and subsidies for the smaller solar arrays, individual solar arrays on your rooftop. But our focus is the virtual net. We call it virtual net metering. There's no installation at your location. There's no buy-in. There's no ownership. There's no insurance. You're just subscribing to kilowatt shares of a local farm within your
Gotcha.
utility territory, and you're
Gotcha.
safe. And you're safe.
So it seems to make sense that for those of us looking to reduce costs, become more efficient, and have a say in sustainability efforts for the future, you can see by the amount of energy companies we have as part of the chamber, it's a growing concern, obviously, as the planet warms, and the challenges you spoke about. So we really do appreciate you coming on board and educating us a little bit. And you'll see information if you want to get in touch with any of the companies that you've seen today. So, Steve, we wanted to thank you very much for joining us, and appreciate the marketing material as well. It keeps the coffee hot.
Thank you, Rob. My
Great
pleasure.
to see you.
Good to
Thanks
see
for
you.
coming on board.